Ladies and gentlemen, good evening to all. You are once again welcome here on the platform of Awakening Consciences. Then on the front page of international news, the Democratic Republic of Congo is winning. Only on the diplomatic level, we have had to report this to most Western organizations, at least most organizations in the world, are condemning with the utmost energy the attitude of Rwanda in the Kivus. In the two Kivus, whether North Kivu or South Kivu, Rwanda's privileged partner is the European Union. The European Union has come out of its reserve. The European Union, we do not know if it is a semblance, but the European Union has just decided on a number of measures that are really underway to really play on Rwanda while the European Union is taking severe decisions against Rwanda. During this same moment, we are witnessing a sort of, I don't even know how to say it, definitive settlement of the leader of the M23 movement, Corneille Nangaa, and whether it is in Bukavu or Gugoma, he is now in civilian clothes. He walks around everywhere. He laughs with the citizens. In any case, everything seems normal now. A perfect harmony, a real love begins to settle between Corneille Nangaa and the citizens of the localities that are already conquered. So the European Union made an announcement. The European Union has even decided to vote on a resolution against Rwanda. And therefore, in the context of this video conference, that is what we are going to talk about. Thank you for sharing the video conference as much as possible. Thank you for putting a lot of likes. And especially don't forget to put a bold comment. It's already won. So, ladies and gentlemen, we are facing a very complicated situation. On the diplomatic ballet level, the DRC is winning while on the ground, the DRC is losing territories. The DRC is not winning. On the contrary, the sovereignty, the integrity of the territory is being affected. We attended a meeting 24 hours ago. This is a meeting and leaders. Of the European Union, and it is therefore the head of diplomacy of the European Union, Kaja Kallas. Here is the very hot Kaja Kallas, who made the announcement and who announced that the 27 have decided to suspend the political dialogue with Rwanda. So the first decisions that are made. First, the European Union decides to suspend its political dialogue with Rwanda. This is obviously the first sanction. And so they decided, the 27 decided to suspend the dialogue with Rwanda on security and defense issues, since they had a partnership which allowed the European Union to exchange with Rwanda on security issues, on defense issues. But today, can the European Union continue to exchange and dialogue with Rwanda on security and defense issues, knowing that Rwanda is violently attacking the DRC in the two Kivus, whether North Kivu or South Kivu? So they decided first to suspend the political dialogue. So, according to official information, this is the first tangible consequence. This is the first common visible consequence. This is the condemnation of the action of the Rwandan armed forces in the Kivus, in the coup Kivu. So this is the first sanction the European Union was able to take. So after unanimously condemning the 27 countries, after condemning Rwanda's actions in the DRC, they asked Rwanda to proceed with the immediate withdrawal of these soldiers and to abandon its support for M23. After that, they have obviously just suspended the dialogue between Rwanda and the European Union. But is this enough? The answer is no. There is another very severe decision that they wanted to take, but They were blocked by Luxembourg. They were blocked, and the taking of this decision was postponed until February 28th, 2025. But let's go a little deeper. So what needs to be said is that this suspension of dialogue between Rwanda and the European Union is a strong political signal. And Europeans stress that this is a first step. So according to Europeans, this is a first step. We have been told they have an interest in doing so since we all know the ore coming from Eastern DRC, which transits through Rwanda, is purchased by the European Union. We know it, so we said it nevertheless. Thank you for pretending to meet again to pretend to find a semblance, of sanctions. We at least tell them thank you, the essentials. They understand, however, that they are wrong to continue to collaborate with Rwanda because they are the ones who say that international law must be respected, but they are the first to collaborate with the greatest war criminals, with those who are in practice violating the sovereignty and territorial integrity of other states. So, according to the person in charge, the head of European diplomacy, she reads this: "The situation is very serious and we are on the verge of a regional conflict. Territorial integrity is not negotiable, neither in Congo nor in Ukraine. The Charter of the United Nations applies equally everywhere. We therefore clearly support the Luanda and Nairobi peace processes in order to achieve results through diplomatic means. But we also take several measures. Firstly, the European Union's defense and security consultations with Rwanda have been suspended. There is also a political decision to implement sanctions depending on the situation on the ground. We have urged Rwanda to withdraw its troops, and the Memorandum of Understanding on Essential Raw Materials will be reviewed." So here's the interesting part. That is all we ask of the European Union. The last part, The Memorandum of Understanding on Essential Raw Materials. Why? It will be reviewed. We don't need to re-examine. The European Union does not need to review since practice has shown that these raw materials do not belong to Rwanda, and if the European Union itself condemns Rwanda for its action in the DRC. But this agreement must automatically be terminated. This agreement must be terminated. That is, since it is this agreement that encourages the violation of the territorial integrity of the DRC by Rwanda. So here is what the European Union is taking as a decision on Rwanda. But when we look closely, we see that it is pearl dust, pimping, since if really the European Union wanted. Obviously that ceases, that the integrity of the territory of the DRC ceases the agreement, which is the basis of the conflict in the DRC. This agreement should put an end to this agreement. But for now, we're looking at them on everything he just said. There it is, abyssal mud. They really do not want to do anything. It is just to coax people, deceive vigilance. So, ladies and gentlemen, here is the news. Thank you for sharing it as much as possible. I'll be right back. It was the way of your only samurai.